traffic at Northeast Middle School and Ivy Drive Elementary are also in lockdown. Also new at noon, police are on the scene of a workplace shooting in New Jersey. Investigators say an employee of an armed security company in Morristown shot a co-worker 3 times before turning the gun on himself. The suspect did not survive. The victim was airlifted to the hospital. It is unclear what sparked the violence. Police say no other workers were targeted.
Back to the roller coaster temperatures, and the cold air is back after a bit of a break on Sunday, and is about to get even worse. Let's check in with meteorologist Bill Evans to look at exclusive AccuWeather forecast.
Well, you don't know, we kind of turned the corner just a little bit, or at least it felt like we turned the corner just a little bit as we got into yesterday, when the temperatures were into the 40s. Well, now it's back to 22, and the temperatures dropping even more as we head on into the afternoon. As you look outside, you'll see just that. We're at 22 degrees, the temperature 18 White Plains, 23 around JFK, and then of course it's 10 around Monticello. We're kind of the leading edge of the polar air, which is still kind of sad to get here. So we're looking at some cold air coming right back in here. 24-mile-per-hour winds up toward Monticello, 13 around coastal Connecticut, 20 here along Island and down on the Jersey Shore. And so our wind chills are in the single digits to 10 below in Monticello, 8 to Park, Belmar, 10, 11 here along Island coastal Connecticut, 3 to 9 up the Hudson River Valley from White Plains north toward Poughkeepsie. So the leading edge of this polar air is kind of pushing through now with the clouds. We get breaks of sunshine. By the time we get to this evening, the temperature's 14, 1 below, but still dropping here with that cold northwest wind. So overnight and to start your day tomorrow, the temperature may drop down to 2. The record low is -1. So our guidance is showing us getting pretty close to that once again. So far, this is the 10th coldest February on record. It may wind up being the 6th coldest February on record. We're going to talk about that and when we might turn the corner to some warmer weather coming up. You're AccuWeather 784 minutes. Lori, back to you.
All right, thank you, Bill. Remember, you can stay on top of the weather conditions anytime with our AccuTrack Alert app. It is free to download for iPhone and Android users.
Also new at noon, a suspect is under arrest for vandalizing several businesses on Staten Island. Police arrested the 26-year-old suspect early this morning. He's accused of spray-painting nasty messages, including anti-Semitic remarks on banks and other businesses over the last 2 weeks.
Well, police in Manhattan are investigating a deadly apartment fire. Police say the firefighters found 59-year-old Ed Albers after putting out the fire in Gramercy Park just after midnight. An ambulance rushed Albers to the hospital where he died. Medical examiner doing an autopsy to determine the exact cause of death. An unlicensed driver.
An unlicensed driver has been charged in a deadly hit-and-run crash in Queens. Valentine Gonzalez is accused of hitting a woman with his box truck last night as she crossed Woodside Avenue at 76th Street in Elmhurst. The victim died at the scene. Police say that Gonzalez took off in his truck, but an eyewitness chased him down and held him until officers could arrive and arrest him.
Nearly a dozen students at Wesleyan University in Connecticut are being treated for overdoses of a party drug known as Molly. At least one of the students is in critical condition, and police are trying to determine where the students got the psychoactive drug. It's also called MDMA. School officials are asking students to check on their friends.
Malls across the country are on high alert after a terror threat from an Al-Qaeda-linked group. Al-Shabaab posted an online video saying that it wants to target malls in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson live in Paramus with more on what's being done to keep shoppers safe. Hello, Anthony.
Hey there, Kent. You know, I got off the phone just a few minutes ago with a security expert. He says this is as good a time as any for malls to go ahead and start reviewing some of their security procedures. Now, we want to let you know right off the bat, no credible threats made against malls in our area, but that security expert said it's good for the public to be aware. That threat against the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota, has caused local authorities to review the security setup at our local malls. Paramus, New Jersey is a mall mecca, home of New Jersey's biggest mall, the Westfield Garden State Plaza. Mall officials say they are being vigilant. In a statement for the Garden State Plaza, they say there is no evidence of an imminent threat to our shopping centers, but as always, Westfield Corporation will take every available step to keep our shopping centers safe for staff, retailers, and customers. There have been 2 incidents at the plaza which have tested security procedures. In December of 2013, a lone gunman touched off Paddock, sending shoppers running for cover, but he eventually took sounds from a car fire outside the mall. Frightened shoppers still jittery from the first incident. The terror group taking responsibility for the mall threat is the same Al-Qaeda-linked terrorist that killed 67 people in a mall attack in Nairobi, Kenya in 2013. This new video does not mention malls in our area, but Obama administration officials are urging caution. Local authorities say they're keeping a close eye on the mall. Paramus police say while the video is new, the Paramus Police Department and its shopping mall partners have had situational awareness of the threat that soft targets have presented for many years now. Now, police here in Bergen County also say they're going to have K-9 units out on patrol around the malls, but once again, there has been no credible threats against the malls here in our area. That's the latest live from Paramus, New Jersey. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Anthony, thank you. President Obama is expected to formally reject the controversial Keystone Pipeline bill this week. Congressional aides expected the president to get the bill for the oil pipeline today. He's already vowed to veto the measure, and it does not appear congressional Republicans have enough votes to override the veto. Meanwhile, Rudy Giuliani is pulling back from his recent remarks questioning President Obama's patriotism. Giuliani told a group of Republican donors last week that he did not think the president, quote, loved America. In an op-ed piece this morning, the Wall Street Journal, the former New York City mayor says that he meant to focus on the effect of the president's words and his actions on the morale of the country.
A bold robbery spree, the hunt for the thieves behind more than 70 ATM heists across New York City. How did they manage to get away with it so many times?
Plus, stars celebrating Oscar gold. We'll take you live to Hollywood for the big winners and the most surprising moments.
A warning for drivers.
If your car gets wrecked, do you know the law about who can tow it away?
The wrong answer could cost you a bundle if you want your car back.
Before you're on the hook for thousands and your car is held hostage.
Get a crash course in predatory towing from 7 on your side. 95 Eyewitness News.
Christopher was in a car accident and got a minor back injury, and the doctor gave him painkillers. That started his addiction. Christopher was a straight-A student. All his achievements were going down the drain. I said, Chris, I need you to grow old with me. And he turned around and he said, Mom, I'm not going nowhere. My son Christopher died. He was 22 years old. These prescription drugs destroyed my family.
In case of an emergency, I can always use my Lifeline cell phone to call for help.
SafeLink, the free phone program. Free cell, free text, and free minutes is your connection to safety. If you qualify for programs such as SNAP or Medicaid, today you are eligible for 500 free minutes for the first 5 months and unlimited free text.
With SafeLink, my family can feel secure when I'm alone.
Call 1-800-SafeLink or visit safelink.com.
Now available at participating Walmart locations.
I don't wanna get down, won't you wake me gently, please? Or maybe just come lie down a little while with me. Life ain't always easy, but happiness is free. So won't you just stay a while with me? These are the only for me.
Hip-hop, that cultural juggernaut with worldwide popularity, has its roots inside this Bronx building. I'm Rob Nelson with Eyewitness News. Clive Campbell, known as DJ Kool Herc, is referred to as the founder of hip-hop because of parties he threw right at this address. A turntable king and a neighborhood hero, he helped set off a big bang that started a 40-year musical revolution. ABC 7 reminds you that Black history is all around us.
In the United Kingdom, and the families of 3 girls thought to have joined ISIS are urging them to come home. Security images show the teenagers at Gatwick Airport in London before they caught a flight to Turkey last week. They didn't leave any messages about where they were going. The girls went to the same school, and their families say they were top students.
We just want your help. We want you safe. Just contact everybody. Let them know that you need help, and you've got all the help in the world. You're not in any trouble here. We all love you. If anybody's convinced you of anything, then they're wrong.
Police say they are looking for the girls in Turkey. The families say that there are no
spilled between Bobby Christina's father and her boyfriend. This weekend, Bobby Christina Brown's boyfriend, Nick Gordon, pleaded over social media to be allowed into the hospital to see her. A lawyer for her father, Bobby Brown, fired back saying Gordon will not explain what happened leading up to her hospitalization, so there would be no further discussions with him. Bobby Christina has been unresponsive since being found in her bathtub last month. Well, now Hollywood's biggest night, the Oscars. This year's ceremony was not one to forget.
That's right, the big winner, Birdman, which soared off with 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. ABC's Mary Bruce is live in Hollywood with more. Here's the most memorable moments, Mary.
It certainly was an exciting night here. Lots of drama and emotion, and plenty of those golden moments.
Look, it's great to be here. Who am I kidding? This is just great fun. Thank you very much. The Oscar goes to... Who gave this son of a green card? Birdman. This is crazy.
Birdman was soaring high, taking the night's top honors, winning Best Picture and Best Director, thanks to a lucky charm.
I am wearing the real Michael Keaton tidy whities.
The 87th Annual Academy Awards were full of emotional highs and memorable moments. Eddie Redmayne took home Best Actor for his powerful portrayal of Stephen Hawking, overcome with disbelief.
I am fully aware that I am a lucky man. This Oscar.
Best Actress went to Oscar favorite Julianne Moore for her role in Still Alice.